back soon, okay?
Absolutely, will do.
All right, President Obama sitting down with business leaders, as we just said, to push his tax agenda. But who didn't earn a seat at the table? We just said it, small business. My next guest says, big mistake, Mr. President. Lloyd Chapman is the president of the American Small Business League. Lloyd, welcome to the show. It is great to have you here. I was shocked. You know, who do we have? We have all big Fortune 500 companies going into that room, and the missing players were, frankly, Wall Street and small business. Small business, the group of people who provide the majority of jobs in this country. What would you say to the president if you had a chance to talk to him about this issue?
I would tell him something Albert Einstein said. Einstein said we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking that we use to create the problems. So Obama went to big businesses a couple years ago looking for solutions and couldn't find any. You're right.
Well, he ignored them. That's what happened.
Absolutely.
He ignored what they said.
He's ignored small business.
Well, go right ahead.
Well, the Census Bureau says small businesses are responsible for 90% of the net new jobs. And we need to be looking at programs to channel existing federal infrastructure spending to small businesses. Jerry, I'm predicting that President Obama is going to try to dismantle the Small Business Administration and every federal program to help small businesses, I would say, within 6 months. So as opposed to helping small businesses like he should be doing, I think he's going to harm small businesses and federal small business programs.
You think he's going to dismantle the SBA?
I do.
What is your evidence?
He's got a bill in Congress to allow him to combine agencies. And for 30 years, anytime somebody wants to close the SBA, they have one solution: combine it with the Commerce Department. The Commerce Department is the federal agency for Fortune 500 firms. The Small Business Administration is for small businesses. And there's a federal law that says 23% of all government contracts should go to small businesses. And for 30 years, the big corporations have been lobbying to close the SBA because they want that money. It's over $200 billion a year.
Interesting debate.
I predicted he would do that in 2008.
Well, and it hasn't happened yet. We will keep our eyes open. But I want to talk about the taxes we have coming up and the fiscal cliff, which is where we started, and what was discussed today at the White House with the president and big business leaders. Here's what happens to small businesses if the tax hikes happen. First of all, we wipe out 710,000 jobs. 710,000 jobs. Unemployment goes up by 0.5%. We reduce after-tax wages by 1.8%, and GDP drops by 1% and change. Is this sustainable? If these taxes go up, is this something this country can take right now? We know that we're having financial problems. We know we can't pay our bills. It seems to me that this will be a very tough pill to swallow.
I think it's a crazy idea. In fact, here, I got a great idea, Jerry. My idea is that every corporation in America, particularly Fortune 1000 corporations, pay a minimum tax rate that is half the maximum tax rate that taxpayers are expected to pay. The Huffington Post did a story in August that showed the 10 most successful corporations in America paid an average tax of 9%. IBM paid 1%. So as opposed to raising taxes on the public, I think it would be more appropriate for large corporations to just pay a fair share of their taxes. Well,
that is another kettle of fish. Mr. Lloyd, thanks for coming on tonight. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and great to hear from small businesses, since we didn't hear from them earlier in the day, frankly. Thank you.
Thank you.